3, 2, 1. Alright. So, welcome to
All right.
I don't know, what are we going to call this? Review?
Uh, AAA review.
Yes. Thinking you're going to say something like that. Triple review, triple review, something like that. Okay, so, I don't know if you got to see the last show they posted on YouTube.
Not seen it yet,
No?
but
Uh,
I'm pretty up to date on all the news and whatnot.
oh, like what?
Like the brand split and how Perros de Mal they've postponed their 5th anniversary show because Hector Garza died. AAA doesn't really have a whole lot going on.
I'll give you some great news that they uh, announced at their Triple Mania press that they had in Mexico. They announced that
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be on iPay-per-view, right?
yes, through Ustream, through Ustream, it's gonna be
Uh,
$15.
that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not $70, $60 like WWE or TNA, but it's pretty good for what 4 hours, 3 hours.
4 hours of great lucha libre.
Yeah,
I'd pay $15 for that.
sure, definitely. Uh, I'm guessing. I'm not sure too much on that, but yeah, they announced it at their press. It looked like it was a pretty good press. I didn't get to check it out, but they just showed a little bit on their YouTube show, Sin Limite, Without Limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so gonna uh, let me tell you how I got into AAA before we start. Um, Pretty much when I was like 6 years old. I live here in San Diego, so not too far from here. And TJ, one of my uncles used to take us every once in a while when they used to come down here to TJ. So he would take all my cousins, all my two sisters, and the whole family down there to TJ, and we would just go watch Triple A down there. And I even got to meet Rey Mysterio. That was the first time meeting him down there, Junior.
Well, that's awesome.
And tell us how you got into it.
Well, I got into uh, international wrestling in general just because U.S. wrestling was sucking so hard. So I got into lucha libre at first, and I honestly have to say that AAA is probably my favorite just because it's easier to understand because they're kind of more storyline driven, whereas CMLL is kind of work rate driven. And so I that's basically why I got into it a few years ago.
Cool. You're gonna have to get me into Japanese because I've tried on and on to get into that, but I don't know if it's a language barrier or what, but I can't get into it.
I mean, it takes some getting used to, and it's definitely harder to follow in America, just because for whatever reason, it's harder to find stuff on it. So really, the best way to keep up with it is to keep up with the news.
Okay. Because I know there's some big names over there too that come from over here.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
favorite wrestler is over there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So who are you really into over here in AAA?
well, El Macias, obviously. I love that Jack Evans. He's an American doing pretty well down there.
Yeah.
Um, I really watch it more for the whole product. I don't have most of my Mexican favorites are in CMLL, and a lot of them have left anyway. So it's really I watch it as a whole.
Uh, from someone that knows Spanish, and knows enough lucha libre, I know that that's like their. I don't want to say TNA. It's they're more CMLL is more of their. It's lower than WCW. But I can say it like that. It's lower than what
Uh,
WCW was. AAA is their main show down there. It has been for a long time.
yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Um, and what was I gonna say? Um, and lately, I noticed these last 3 years they've been getting TNA guys down there,
Yeah, because they've had a working relationship with them for quite some time.
and it's odd because Conan. I always hear Conan. I don't know if you ever heard his podcast.
I've heard of it, but
You never. It's a good podcast if you like to know background, behind the scenes stories of what goes on down there in AAA every once in a while. Like for example,
you ever,
like Hoovy. He always says that Hoovy is he's still in the closet and won't admit they won't come out yet. So he tells some stories there, and uh, I don't know if you know he's him and a couple other people are planning on having another AAA show down over here in the states, United States.
oh yeah, yeah, I knew about that. That they're coming over to the U.S. Another good podcast. They don't have like a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but if you ever listen to the Lucha World podcast, they just like keep you up to date on the news, and they know a few people in the Lucha Libre business, so that's a pretty good thing. I listen to it whenever they put an episode out.
Yeah, he was saying that they want to have it like WWE Raw. They want to have it live. They want to have better storylines than they are in they're having in TNA or WWE. They want to have
Yeah,
uh, mixed style of wrestling, not just lucha style, or not just American style, but mixed style. They want to have that on that show, but um, apparently they're gonna have it on this new network called El Rey uh, Network, and it's gonna be they want to focus it on land demographic, but it's gonna be in English, all English, and they want to have it on there. It should be on TV by January of next year.
well, it's a great way to get the American art or audience into Lucha Libre since it's going to be in all English. It seems like a way better version of Lucha Libre USA.
Yes, yes, and that didn't go too well because it was on some network that
It
not.
was not good.
Yeah, so they started off the show with and they did it twice where they talked about Hector Garza. Some of they had like a video clip, like 5 minute video clip talking about him, and some of the guys on there were talking about him. They even showed some of the funeral, not all of it. They showed some of his funeral, and I think it was last week they had these purple straps with his HG put on it that everybody was wearing.
Yeah, I posted that in the Rant EM group saying that all the wrestlers are going to wear that to honor him.
Yeah, and then they had you know how they always have video promos. They had a Matt Morgan promo, and he was talking about how he's not scared of the clowns. You know, Psycho Circus.
Yeah,
Yeah, what is your thoughts on Psycho Circus?
I think they're very unique. Some of the stuff they do, I do kind of chuckle at, but I I just can't really get into them a whole lot.
You know why they're huge thing down there, and I find it very odd because down in Mexico they are very into clowns. Doesn't matter what type of clown, they are very into it, and it's funny when you go to a birthday party or something down there, or you see it on TV. You usually notice that the kids are often scared, creeped out by clowns, and they still parents still get them as a attraction when they go to those parties down there for their birthday parties down there, and that's why they have these clowns, cycle circus, and they're enormous. I don't you've seen them before? They're huge. They're tall, um, and you'd think that'd be well. I know here in the states it would be they would be heels the way they look. They look like from some scary
Yeah.
movie. But down there, they're
Yeah.
faces. I know that. But yeah, he was talking about how then he's not scared of clowns. Why does he have to face clowns at Triple Mania? Him, Jeff Jarrett, and Monster Bane.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that
I
match?
mean, I think that uh, Cycle Circus, they might be able to pull a good match out of Matt Morgan. And Jeff Jarrett isn't horrible. It should be okay.
Yeah. Um, like I said, they had the press. That was the next thing they had, and they had they kept having small clips every once in a while of Triple Mania, what they were gonna have. Then they had the son of Pero Aguayo versus. Oh no, that was another clip. Oh, I have my notes here. Oh yeah, they had what looked to be a 15-minute match with Eterno, Taya Valkyrie, Mini Charlie Manson. I laughed right there. Uh, versus Flamita, Octogoncito, and Fabi Apache. I'm not a fan of hers. Uh, what are your thoughts on any of those?
Apache's pretty cool. Last time I saw her wrestle, I didn't really have a problem.
She is really good. I've seen she has a good style in ring style. Um, I don't know if you know, but Mexico's very into the Indians and every and they have like what four Indian gimmicks down there.
Yeah.
And I laughed at Charlie Manson, mini Charlie Manson, and I don't know how much you know about Taya Valkyrie.
Not much. I know he's there. I've seen a
She
few matches.
oh Taya Valkyrie's the one women's wrestler, the blonde hair. She
Oh, crap. Oh, I know who
yes
you're talking about.
yes
Sorry.
Kira. I'm trying to remember her last name. Oh, Forrester from Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ever want to talk to her, she's very. She will respond on Twitter. She's very responsive on there. Um, all I know from her is she's
That's the one. That's the one you said you had been talking to a lot last time we messaged on Facebook.
yes, that's her. Yeah. She. I know she was signed by to a WWE developmental contract early last year. She was in FCW for a while, but looks like she's been down there in Mexico for a while. And Lance Storm is
Yeah.
doing a good job of training these girls because he's already had three girls already trained. Uh, Emma from NXT, including her.
Yeah. I know that he's been training for a little while down there. I mean, the wrestling there is definitely good. So, like you said, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's not like they're turning out a whole lot of crap as some American companies tend to do.
Let me ask you now. Now that we're getting into the matches, what are your thoughts on the referees in AAA?
It's interesting. I, I just kind of I
Like,
try paying more attention to the wrestling.
no, I'm asking because I notice sometimes they get distracted too easily, and then they on the
Yeah,
in the pinfalls
but I
they
mean,
count slowly. But like you're saying, you're paying attention more to the match. I understand.
yeah, but I've definitely noticed the referees though. Like I'm sometimes I'm just like, are they supposed to be doing that? Like
I,
it's sometimes it just doesn't flow as well.
I just wanted to see if I wasn't the only one paying attention to that.
Nah, you're not crazy.
Okay, how about the ring announcer?
He speaks Spanish, so I don't pay attention.
Oh, if you would understand it, he takes he tries to get them over really. I'm gonna add another really far off because he. It's like for example, who's a good example? It's like say like we have a Sheamus going into the ring. Match is about to start. He'll give like six, seven, eight descriptions of the wrestler coming in, and you don't need to know it all, but he continues and continues, and he continues to describe the wrestler more, and then finally, oh, here here's Sheamus.
Well, like I noticed that he was going really long, but again, I don't really speak Spanish, so I just figured that was like a normal thing
Oh no
to
no
keep going on and on and on.
no! It's like here, how can I put it? It's like if let's say Sheamus is coming in, you do the usual weighing at 225 pounds from Dublin, Ireland. And then he adds more to it. He goes, "Oh, he is a big man. He's huge. He's enormous. He's the palace man in the company. He continues doing that. He continues doing that. He does that often. It's because I haven't watched AAA in years since I was a kid, and then I just got back into it. So I've
So
noticed things
I
like
can
that.
imagine that's something a little weird if you actually understand what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah. So this match went on for 15 minutes, and it was a mixed tag team match. And what I did like about this, it was not your typical WWE TNA mixed tag team. You actually had guy versus girl going against each other in the
Yeah,
match.
that's one thing I love about Lucha Libre in general. That it's not, oh, the girl is in, you have to tag in the other girl. They'll definitely go up against each other.
Yeah. So yeah, because you had Fabi Apache versus Mini Charlie Manson and Taya Valkyrie versus Octagoncito, and they're going up at it, uh, jumping. They're doing suplexes to the guys, and the guys are doing kicks, throwing kicks to the girls. So it's
Right in the ovaries.
yeah. So that I did enjoy. A bunch of high flying moves here. Um, so the match just ends by Fabi getting a pinfall on Mini Charlie Manson by suplex.
Uh,
One thing I did notice is Taya Valkyrie here. When I don't remember who it was, but someone did a kick drop on her from the and man was it hilarious. She sold this kick drop really funny and basically Ric Flair in it. So, so they then they gave a couple matches, clips of what they're planning on having at Triple Mania. Um, Blue Demon
hype
Jr.
of it.
Blue Demon Jr. versus Macias from TNA.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
You said you didn't like Blue Demon Jr. Is there a reason why?
Yeah, I mean, he's just really corny to me. I can't really get invested in him. He's not bad or anything. It's just I don't like him as a character.
He's not his father. That's all I can say. He's not his father.
Yeah.
Um, and then next they had Chessman versus Tejano Jr., Texan Jr. versus Heavy Metal. That's looks like a triple threat match. No thoughts on
Should
that?
be decent.
Decent.
Should be decent.
Um, Hijo del Perro Aguayo, Son of Perro Aguayo. Perro meaning dog.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then for those that don't know, versus Cybernetico, Cybernetic. I mean, and this is going to be a hair versus hair match, and I like that this has been a long feud between Perro Aguayo and Cybernetico.
Yeah, it has. It built it up significantly.
Yeah, very long. I don't know if you got to see the Ray the Reyes match that they had.
Yeah, I did.
Very brutal, huh?
Yeah. it wasn't. Or I mean, it was more brutal than I expected, but I did expect it to be kind of rough.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, and Matt Morgan, Jeff Jarrett, Monster Pain versus the Psycho Circus.
They'll pull a decent match out. See, the only thing that worries me about it is the fact that Matt Morgan is in it.
I think he could.
Everyone else can hold their own.
I think he could do well. He's working with three other huge guys, and he's not. It's not like he's working with Jack Evans.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but still, he's just like he's not talented.
he isn't. That's true.
So
Oh, and
they're
yeah,
definitely gonna be leading the match.
yeah, and that's for the 6 man tag team championship. And I do like that they have that tag team championship. Um,
Yeah,
that doesn't really exist in TNA or WWE at all. It's been a thing that's been
yeah,
missing since I think old WCW days.
yeah, having a title shared like that. That's been something that doesn't really happen in Japan. That's really unique to lucha.
Yeah. So then we have the second match, which was on Angelico from South Africa, and Jack Evans um, versus Crazy Boy with. I'm gonna have to get your thoughts on this for in a minute with Hamburger Boy and Joe Leiter. I don't know who Joe Leiter is, but he was really good in this match. It was a tag team match. It was a 15, 16-minute match. Um, you already gave our thoughts on Jack Evans, and how about
Yeah,
Angelico?
it's pretty good. I haven't really seen a whole lot of his work because, like, as you know, I'm watching like 6 different promotions,
Oh yeah,
so I kind of only watch the important stuff. But from what I've seen, he hasn't really messed up.
he almost got hurt a couple months ago before the Rey Reyes pay-per-view. He uh,
I did hear about that though.
he almost did get injured. He was doing high spot where he was doing a suicide. Um, suicide. I think it was a front flip onto the outside, and I think it was. I want to say Hamburger Boy Nino de Hamburguesa, who moved out of the way just a bit, and he hurt his shoulder. It looks like he's fine now, but and Joe Leiter, I'm not really sure who he is. That's one of the first times I've seen him.
I've heard that name definitely on the Lucha World podcast, but
And
not even seen his face.
yeah, and Crazy Boy. All I know is that he came back from an injury. They're making a huge thing where he's just returning from injury. He's trying to recover and he's getting back in the ring. But
I think they had him doing something kind of important before he got hurt.
he did. Oh, I didn't know that. I know that this big guy he's always with. I in English his name is Hamburger Boy, Nino de Hamburguesa, 500 what 400 pounder guy who can.
Yeah, he's big.
Uh, I am amazed, but I always see him in every match lately. I've seen him do a suicide front flip or a suicide dive from inside out to the outside of the ring. And
I think that comes from them being kind of an Americanized company in a way,
yeah,
and that's one of the most overused moves in America.
oh no, that's always been done in Mexico. They're always doing springboard flips
Yeah. They're always
in.
doing high flying moves and dives and stuff.
Yeah, that's their thing.
But as far as suicide dives,
They've always done high spots. They're known for that down there, and and they will do it for like 4 minutes total in one 15-minute match, or and that's what they're really known for down there. It's like seeing. I don't know if you know PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
yeah, I know of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's very too many high spots. And Jack Evans is one of those guys that was over there. He had a match with a couple years ago with I want to say Christopher Daniels in PWG. Very good match. Worth worth checking out. But in this whole match, we had Evans do a what looked like to be a triple backflip inside the ring, which went into a backflip over the ropes onto the outside. 450 springboard. Um, bunch of flips and dives, and um, everybody got a chance in this match to do put in their
To kind of show
finishers.
off their
Yeah,
skills.
pretty much. Yeah. So it just ended off with Angelico doing a foot stomp from the turnbuckle. Then Jack Evans came in and did a top. Well, they said it was a 630 front flip, but it was just so yeah. He did the 630 front flip for the pin, and they won the match. Very good match here. Then they had a small video promo with Electroshock and LA Park. Um, I don't really know what's going to go on between him and. It looks like he's going to have a tag team match at Triple Mania.
I do know that there was some concern about LA Park leaving AAA because at a press conference or something he kind of alluded to it, but I don't think he meant to say it that way. Like he said something about working the independents or something, and people got scared that he's going to leave AAA.
Ooh, I didn't know that. No, that's news to me. Were you talking about the brand split? I really don't know about that.
Oh, AAA said last month that they're basically going to split into like 2 or 3 different brands. Like they're gonna have one show, the one you were talking about, that's like all English, and then they're gonna have the Fusion show, and then the Sin Limite. So
Yeah, without limits. Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
So they're gonna have like 3 separate shows, and it seems like most of the big stars though are gonna be on the Without Limit show.
Yeah.
And then the Fusion is gonna have younger AAA guys with some guys from IWRG, which is good because IWRG has a lot of good talent.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know they had they had two different shows here. I didn't know they had Fusion and Single Limit. I thought that was just something different. I didn't know. Now I'm learning something new here.
It's two different things. On Fusion, they tend to bring in a lot of IWRG guys.
Hmm. Yeah, because they do a good job of adding um, videos on their YouTube page, but the problem is it's very confusing because they don't separate it too well. They on one video they'll put the title. Let's say it's this week, and then they'll put the title, and they won't put part one. They'll just put the title, and that's it. And you'll have three of those videos with the same title, and it's pretty confusing because you don't know which is part one, two, or three.
Yeah.
But I have to check that out. I didn't know that. Um, so something new I didn't know. So they go into this third match right here, and they have Pentagon Junior versus Pentagon Junior and Daga. I noticed that he's the cruiserweight champion down there.
Yeah.
Versus oh no, sorry, and Parca Negra Black Parka
Yeah.
versus Dark Scoria. I really didn't know who this was. First time seeing this guy.
I've heard of them.
Fusion champion Phoenix. I'm noticing that they have a ton of championship titles down there, and it's not a bad thing. It's just trying to get them on there. I'm pretty sure it's a difficult thing.
Hmm.
Versus
They've got a lot of championships, though.
yeah, they do, and La Parca. So Pentagon Junior, Daga, Black Parka, Dark Scoria, Phoenix, and La Parca. And if you, you already know that the whole focus is always when there's a Parka match and they have two Parkas. That's always the focus in the match. Everybody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they did have it's like
Absolutely.
2 3 minutes Black Parka versus La Parka. Um,
Well,
I get
that's kind of what the Mexican audience wants to see, though. So.
yeah. After that, just had there was a good finisher. I don't know if it was a finisher or just a simple move, but at one point you had Phoenix in one of the corners. He did a springboard move, but with his back facing, I think it was I want to say Daga. Daga was facing his back, and Phoenix did a springboard diamond cutter on Pentagon. Oh no, it was Pentagon Junior. He did like RKO type of finisher on him, but from the springboard. And then
I think I've seen that before.
uh, it, I like that. That was the first time I seen that diamond cutter uh, place like that. And then you had a Hurricane Rana style finisher done on Pentagon Junior for the pinfall. So those guys ended up winning the faces. Um, and then we had a video promo from the Psycho Circus, and they're just talking about how they believe that Matt Morgan, YZ making fun of them, and just talking about Triple Mania, not much. They had the last match on this show. They had Silver King and I found this to be a weird name, but it's Mascara Año 2000 Junior. For those that don't know Spanish, means year 2000. The Mask of Year 2000 Junior. It was a weird name that I saw. And oh, I didn't mention on the last match, Villano, uh, this guy with the purple pink mask, what
Mhm.
looks like he has an X on his mask. Um, after the after the La Parca match, he attacked La Parca, and he gave a little promo talking about how him and other legendary wrestlers are better than AAA wrestlers, which is leading to it looks like a tag team match at Triple Mania, Villano and La Parca.
Mhm.
So yeah, he did that. So then so these guys, Silver King, 2000 Mask here, and Villano. Right, yeah, I'm not gonna say the whole name; it's too long. Versus Psycho Circus in a six-way tag team match. I'm just gonna say that these guys just won by Frog Splash, Psycho Circus, and they were the winners of this match. Another 15-minute match. So this house show was almost 2 hours, but they added so many clips into it between every match. And after this match, Psycho Circus stayed in the ring, and we had La Parca attack Villano after this, and he gave his promo to Villano talking about how he's better than and other AAA wrestlers are better than Lucha Legends. So looks like at Triple Mania it's
Yeah.
gonna be Lucha Legends versus AAA Legends, and that was the
And
whole.
that's a common storyline in wrestling. Legends versus like homegrown talent or whatever.
So that was it. Pretty much the big news that they're gonna be on all the matches, the whole show. Uh, Hector Garza's death, tribute, and uh, and the pay per view that's gonna be here on UStream.
Yeah. That would be the show.
Yeah, it was a good show. It's never a bad show. It's just for someone that
Definitely not.
doesn't watch too much this kind of wrestling on a weekly basis or understands the language, they are going to have a difficult time watching it. I know that, but um, I don't know if you.
It's not that it's difficult. I think if you're gonna watch Lucha,
Mm,
um, you should definitely pick AAA because it is kind of it's not as much of a culture shock going from American to AAA because they are more storyline driven and you're gonna see some familiar faces and the rules of matches closer to the American style.
yes, they are. They are.
I mean, it's impossible to watch. You just won't understand what people are saying, but you can definitely get faith in the premise of the storyline.
I noticed that ever since Conan went back to AAA, he's brought that style of because before they didn't have storylines. It was just here, have a match, and that's it. No feuds. No, it's just storylines. No storylines. Now he has brought storylines to AAA in Mexico.
Yeah. So it was very CMFL like where it's very
Yes,
few storylines.
yes, that is CMLL. Yeah, that's their style. And anything else you checked out? during the week? I know you had the power go off a couple of hours ago. What was up with that?
I don't even know. Like I was in the middle of I was about to go watch some New Japan stuff, and the whole like everything just shut off. And then I had a friend call me and are your power out? And they said theirs was too. And like it came back on like a little while ago, obviously because they're on Skype. But yeah, I got to go back to what I was about to watch.
Oh, yeah,
That's really
yeah.
irritating.
Was it only your area? Because I know sometimes it'll just happen in one street or a couple blocks, and that's it.
Yeah, it was just one street.
Yeah, it's weird when that happens, but I guess it happens. Anything else you watched throughout the week except I know you ended up watching Raw. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I did watch Raw. No, actually, I watched all of Raw. I usually don't watch all of it, but you know, it's Raw.
It's Raw.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ryback rules. Yeah,
no,
Shield.
I
Stephanie McMahon says she loves her husband more than fans do.
you know what I do go I watch it, but um, if I really don't feel like going to check it out, I just check out like the start of the second hour and the last hour because I know that's when they try to have more uh, they're better matches. Even though at the end you have the main event, which sometimes is just John Cena.
I never watch it live. I watch it DVR so I can fast forward through stuff that I know isn't important.
Um, I'm not able to watch since I'm not out east or my timing over here. The way they air it, they don't air it till 9 o'clock uh, Pacific time. So I'm not getting it live. I'm not getting that your time over there. So
Yeah,
I have to find another way of checking it out live. I'm not gonna say how because
I went that way.
yes. So it's difficult, but as the sun starts going down, I get to watch that, but I can't focus on that. And SmackDown, I know I didn't check it out. TNA,
I check out SmackDown like every few months.
yeah,
It's
same here.
just mostly recaps anyway.
See, with me, it's only some lucha libre here and there. NXT every week and Raw. And that's it. And TNA, I'm gonna check it out every 2 weeks because I don't know if you heard I'm planning on going to uh, they announced that uh, Bound for Glory is happening here in my hometown of San Diego. So
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
I'm going to that. I'm gonna try to get some decent tickets. I'm not gonna go all out and go to the Hall of Fame induction. And if I can get
There's no
tickets,
need to.
yeah, there's no need to. You saw how it was last year. You saw the pictures, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like a dining hall.
And that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be at a hotel uh, here in San Diego. It's gonna be at let's see, the Marriott, the Marriott Hotel, some Marriott Hotel here in San Diego, and they're planning on having it at the college area right here in San Diego. Uh, Same thing with the fan access that they have. That I do want to go to the fan access, but I was checking out their prices. VIP tickets for that, $100, and regular tickets looks like it's going to be $40, and then they have the trip, which is like $2,000, $3,000, and that's going too far.
It's too far. Who do they
Yeah.
think they are? WWE?
No, they're not. No, and I've done that. I've done WrestleMania before, and that was
Yeah, it's your
perfect.
Skype picture.
Yes. No. Yeah. No. My Skype picture. Oh yeah, that is my Skype picture. I'm not looking at the Skype right now. Yeah. Yeah. That's my. Yeah, that was me. Floor seats and everything. I went all out. That was expensive. That was.
That's an awesome experience to have. I've never been to WrestleMania, so
Yeah. If you experience that once, it's a great experience before it starts getting uh, worse, or they start to care less about WrestleMania. It's best to go one of these days.
yeah.
Yeah. And if
Have to wait for it to get close again. Go.
yeah, and I got lucky because one thing I would tell anybody that's going, if you are going, before heading out there, do pay for what $100 ticket, $100 ticket, somewhere around that range, 200, and or $50, whatever you want. And once you get over there, if there's go to the box office at the stadium arena and check if they have any tickets before the event happens. Because 2 days, 3 days, they will have a ton of tickets, and there was lines of people going back and forth to the box office to go buy tickets, ranging from, like I said, 50 and up. And I was able to get these floor seats. I was lucky, and then Hall of
Yeah.
Fame induction is worth going too. Same with fan
No,
access.
absolutely.
Same with WWE access. And now that they have, if you are really into seeing who's going to be the next stars, Access is definitely a good place. Because when I went, they didn't have NXT yet, but they had FCW, and they had matches every half an hour, and they had a ton of FCW stars there. Bo Dallas and Seth Rollins when he first just got there. Ton of guys.
Huh.
So, plus you get to see fun matches like who was it? Dolph Ziggler versus Santino. No count out, false count anywhere, no DQ match,
Oh wow.
and they went from the ring that was in the back of the convention center, and they went all
To the
over
front.
the convention, all over the building. And well, they ended off inside the ring, but it was a fun match to watch live.
Yeah. It's one of those things you see on TV and you're just like, can this just end? But if you're there live, you're like, it's the best thing ever.
Yes, it is, and it comes out better than when you're because you always get negative feedback from people. Like this year, I I know a ton of people were saying that WrestleMania 2019 had a bad crowd, but if you talk to anybody that was there live, they were loud from what they were saying.
Yeah, you're in the atmosphere of it and everything.
Yeah. Do you watch NXT?
No.
They're having they just started women's. Let me see. Let me try to find it. It is a tournament for the NXT Women's Title.
Everyone keeps telling me that I should watch NXT, and I know I should. It's that I'm watching so much wrestling already that I, I don't really have the time for these kind of nobodies.
You
Not to
should
sound
do
hard
you
about
should
it.
do what I do. Because I only really watch four shows a week, and I know Raw is a painful thing to watch. when it's 3 hours. I know it's very painful and it gets you so tired in 1 week of wrestling. Uh, cut down 1 or 2 shows. I'm not saying cut down the indie shows or the international shows. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just cut down like I know you cut down on SmackDown already.
Yeah.
And see, I don't watch Impact every week, but I know that can be painful too to watch.
Yeah.
and yeah, but they have this women's NXT uh, championship tournament going on, and this week they had a Paige versus Tamina Snuka, and Paige ended up winning. You know who Paige is, I'm
Do you
guessing.
think Mina Snuka has talent?
Watch this match. I'll send you a link later on how to watch this match. On this match for this show, she has talent, and it really shows in this one match against Paige. It really does. I think the problem with these girls is that they don't give them time on SmackDown or Raw. They don't give them too much time. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like they have plenty of divas that can wrestle. It's just that they don't let them.
yes,
But as far as Tamina goes, from what I've seen, because again, don't watch NXT, I just really think she has no talent.
yeah, she has talent. She's not. I can tell you her father's finisher. The what's it called again? I'm trying to think of it.
Uh, I can't think of it now because you made me think.
That body
Uh,
splash he does from the turnbuckle.
yeah, I know
It,
what you mean.
it's
The super
not
five.
pretty at all. You notice how she bends her legs and everything. She doesn't do it as well as her dad.
Yeah, he should work with her on that.
And it's difficult for him to work on that because he's older and he probably
Yeah,
can't do it as much anymore. But he can work on it with
obviously
his
he
own.
can't really show her, but he can give her tips.
Yeah, but I think he should be able to. She should be able to work on it with her cousins or something.
Yeah, he was so
Yeah, the
so.
someone over there. Yeah, it's embarrassing that she has that finisher and she's embarrassing her father's move. But she otherwise she other than that she is pretty good in the ring. She's not that bad. Then you have Alicia Fox versus Bailey. That's gonna happen. I don't know next week or 2 weeks, but they're having those two go at it. And Sasha Banks. I don't know if you know Sasha Banks. She's Snoop Dogg's cousin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she's young. She just got into the WWE, but just a couple weeks, months in there, she has gotten really better. I can say that. And Sarah Del Rey, who's training them, you can see because Summer Rae, for example, she was
Yeah.
terrible a couple years ago. She was terrible in the ring. And just a couple of weeks of training with Sarah Del Rey, she's gotten really better. So you got Sasha Banks
That's
versus
good.
Summer Rae, and the other match is I don't know if you know Emma. She has like this versus Ascana, Exana, sorry. Um, Emma is this diva who's from Australia, but she has this clumsy gimmick. You remember Eric Young when
Yeah.
he had that gimmick where he was clumsy?
Yeah, the gimmick of the pyro scares him, he falls to the ring, all of that.
Yes, this is her gimmick too, but she added
Uh,
a dancing gimmick too. Think of I don't know if you know when the crowds and on Raw they start humming and dancing to a Fandango song.
yeah.
You know how they move their fingers side to side. You seen that?
Yeah.
That's pretty much her dance. She comes into the
Oh.
ring doing that, and everybody copies her. That's her. I have to send you a link or something uh, in a moment so you can check that out sometime. Anyways, it's every Thursday that it comes out. But that's it. Anything you want to say before leaving?
um, Me and you are definitely gonna have to talk more so I can get you into some Pruso, and so I can get more into some Lucha Libre.
Yes,
Um,
definitely,
yeah. So,
definitely.
yep,
Yeah.
that's all I gotta say, I guess.
Any plugs?
Um, I would plug my Twitter, but I haven't been on it in months. Uh, uh, no, I don't really have much going on, I guess.
Well, I guess that's it. Just let me get some quick plugs here. Definitely want to let everybody know to check out every Thursday uh, Wrestling Soup. Those guys have been really helpful over there. The Bloke Show, a couple friends over there that just talk about anything. And then check out Rant EM and check out Double A's. He's been really helpful too. Double A um, wrestling call-in shows today. What is it like
Today at 11
11? Or if you're out here in Pacific
Eastern
time,
Time.
yeah, that's Eastern time. 8 a.m. Pacific. Check it out. Rant EM.
Everybody else can just figure it out.
And the rant every Tuesday. Every Tuesday on rant. I'm gonna have to post that up somewhere over here, and I'll post this up
Oh, I'll
on
plug stuff. I
what?
just thought of stuff. Didn't
Uh,
mean to interrupt you, but
no, go ahead, go ahead.
uh, yeah, if you the people listening, you should definitely check out the Lucha World podcast. Really informative. Keep you up to date on the news. Keep you up to date on the shows. Uh, you'll hear some funny stories about some luchadors. You should definitely watch or not watch. You should listen to Japanese audio wrestling. It's a like kind of a like a spin-off of live audio wrestling. That really good podcast where it comes out once a month and they update you on the Japanese wrestling news, the Japanese wrestling shows. They'll do like some reviews, some results, some previews. Um, just like anybody listening, get in touch with Nixon, get in touch with me if you want to know some stuff about international wrestling. We'll help you.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I have to check that out more too. Lucha World.
Yeah, I'll
I
I'll give the link in the Skype chat if you
oh
want it.
yeah, definitely. Um, I want to say don't. There's another site you shouldn't check out because they post. I think it's called Lucha something. I forgot exactly what it is, but they they post up rumors more than facts out there. So you'll hear rumor news or not factual news on there. I can't remember, and if I did it, I would say it right now, but I can't remember. Yeah, as far as that goes, be posting this up later on YouTube. It'll be here on UStream. It'll be on Tumblr soon. Is I'll put it on Randy M's Tumblr page and my page and my wrestling page over there. Uh, I'll post this up on NXN3 Twitter account and Facebook. So I'll talk to you later on. And
Okay.
all right, bye.
Bye.